all of the pressures and all the stuff, the turmoil I've been through, and all the bad friends I've had around, all the people that have just taken advantage of me, I don't see that as a loss. I see it as I've learned.
Welcome to the channel again. We've got a very good episode for you today. We've got my boy Carlton Cole, ex-retired England football player, West Ham, Chelsea. Gonna get a lot of gems in this episode, and I hope you enjoy it. We're gonna try and train because Carlton doesn't really like lifting. He's not really a gym man, but yeah, I hope you like this episode.
Never a gym man, but I was just strong in it. You know them African genes in it, like straight up, hard back. Yeah, and then you just found this common strength that you didn't know you had until you got tested, and you thought, right, I'm strong. You have to represent. This is the stamp.
So who's Sierra Leonean? Your mum or your dad?
My mum's Sierra Leonean.
So your dad's Nige?
My dad's Nige, yeah.
What part?
River State.
You know what I mean?
So
he's next door.
Yeah,
so I'm from Imo.
Is it? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You lot state is it's wild though.
It's wild. I heard. I haven't been there. I haven't actually been there. The only time I went to Nigeria, I went for who was it? Okocha.
Okay.
So Okocha had I went to Warri.
Yeah.
So I went to Warri.
That's not too far either.
Yeah. So I went there for his I think there was naming a stadium after him over there.
Okay.
And we had to play in some mash up conditions. Like the stadium was like
dusty.
It was packed.
Yeah.
But no, it wasn't dusty. It was waterlogged. Oh. We had to do an exhibition match on it. It was crazy, but
was it?
Yeah,
summertime, rainy season.
Yeah, but bro, I couldn't even kick the ball from A to B, bro. It was mad. I was trying to play. I was like, I can't even dribble, bro. You just got to kick. It's like playing Subbuteo. You couldn't kick. The ball wouldn't move. You can't move. So what kind of game is that? But I did enjoy myself though. It was really good. And then he took me to Lagos. Yeah. Then we went to his bar. He had a bar, number 10.
Okay.
Went to his bar in Lagos and we had a good time there, man. Yeah. I was gonna fly to Abuja, but I thought from there I went to Freetown, Sierra Leone. And when I met my other people over there as well. So you know what I mean. But I haven't been back there. I haven't been to Nigeria, man, properly. I haven't been with the right people. If I'm gonna go, I'm gonna go with the right people. My business partner is Nigerian, Mikey. Yeah. And like his dad's from the military over there, so he's connected.
Yeah, no. Last time I was out there, and so I couldn't get a flight to Imo on the day I needed to go because Imo, like airport, especially during Christmas, Imo is very, very busy. Like it's like out of all the Imo states, we're like Party Boy Central. You wouldn't even expect that, but it's
serious.
It's like Party Boy Central. So I had to go Rivers.
Okay.
So. But where my village is, it's like from the airport, from Owerri airport, I'm about 45 minutes, but from Rivers, I'm an hour 15. So it don't really matter. Like even though I'm from Imo, my village is kind of near to the other side. So I've had to catch a flight there, but I've had to get military police to roll with me.
That's what
I ain't rolling your state without that.
So basically, like when I come off the plane, when I landed in Lagos, like obviously the first time I've been there, this was like when was this? Boy, just over 10 years ago now. But like the first thing, like we come off the plane, straight off the tarmac, police escort, then straight into traffic, straight away. But then it weren't traffic because we had the soldiers with us on the back of the road. Up the road with the guns and that. I was like, wow, I'm just a boy from London. Like, I ain't seen this before. Do you know what I mean?
That airport journey, it took less time than I needed to. Literally, as long as they saw the guns,
bro,
you just flowing through.
You're just flowing through.
Like the thing in PH, everyone's getting stopped like every 400 meters. There's like police stop checks. I was just literally just going boom, 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 boom. I was like, rah. So instantly I knew that, anytime I go to the east, I ain't rolling unless I got military.
You can't travel any other way, otherwise you ain't getting anywhere. It's like when I went and played out in Indonesia. And like, believe it or not, they're like us over there. Like it's mad. Like it's like they got black culture in them. Like, but they got in their own way, innit? And so when you get off the plane, same thing. You could just you come out the airport, police escort, and then you drive down the motorway, and then there's even man with a fake, like if you know the right people, like what some of my teammates had like fake siren.
Yeah.
So they put it on top of the car, yeah, in the normal car, bruv, and they start gliding through the, yeah. So I was trying to cop one, but I said, right, I'm black in it. I don't want to be out here, yeah, and I get in trouble for a fake siren. I'll be going to jail time. It's gonna be big news, world news. I'm not on that. Go to jail in Indonesia for fake siren. That's not happening.
Pretending to be a policeman.
Exactly. So nah, it wasn't the one. Let me do a set.
You should have done the set.
I know. I'm definitely trying to do. Wow, this is wow. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I haven't done no. Anyone that knows me know I don't go gym in it. Like gym is not me, but I've got the technique though, innit?
No. What I want is straight up. Straight up.
Straight up. Oh, just like that.
Yeah.
Just
straight
bang.
Up. Yeah.
Like halfway there.
Yeah.
Bang. Okay, cool. Look, I'm shaking already, you know.
Even your old age.
I'm shaking, you know. Shaking already.
Hey, where's your power levels? You're meant to be a Niger boy.
Bro, I'm a lover, not a fighter.
You're meant to be a Niger boy.
No, I don't do weights, blood. I don't do weights. No, I ain't got it natural. I got long limbs.
DNA, fam.
I got long limbs, bro.
I said you're from Rivers. It should be there.
Nah, I ain't got that, bro.
It should be there. How was it growing up in an African family? As a kid and wanting to play football, because I moved here in '96.
Yeah.
And I grew up in Nigeria before that, and when I was little, my mum had me playing football, basketball and tennis.
Yeah.
Tennis was my favourite.
Tennis?
Yeah, then football next. Then when I was like 8 years old, Okocha gave me football, and Kanu as well gave me football. Yeah. So I used to see them lot back home anytime they were back home, because my mum worked in the National Institute of Sport. So she used to deal with like the visas and all of that. Even when I was like 5, Olajuwon gave me a basketball. He gave me two spoilers when I was 5.
Wow.
So I was used to being around athletes as a kid. You know what I mean? So I remember when I came here, when I turned 11, I was thinking, I could keep on playing football, because my mom was pushing me in football as a kid, pushing me. I moved here, my aunt was like, nah. She's like, no sports, education only. So I wasn't allowed to join any football clubs, no after school activities, nothing. So between year 7 to year 11, I wasn't allowed to play no sports. Nothing at all. Like literally, like I had to get home by 4 o'clock the latest. So school finished at 3:30. I had a 30-minute window. If I came late, that means I couldn't go out on the weekends. You know what I mean? So
forfeit.
Forfeit. And my mum, I don't think she really liked that, because she wanted me to choose
a path.
A path. Like
what you wanted, what you was going to be happy with.
She was always around athletes, so
so she's seen it. So why can't you do it? Kind of thing. Yeah, I get that.
And as a kid, I was always one of the fast kids, the strongest, and it's like even now with training as well.
Yeah.
It's come more natural to me than others, because I was always slightly stronger than, you know what I mean? Yeah. But it's from growing up out there. You get what I'm saying? So over here, how was it for you, like with your family?
I'd say. Let me finish that. Put that down, bro. I can't do that. So with my family here. Yeah. So obviously, like my mum came over here when she was like 17.
Okay.
Yeah. My nan was a dentist practicing dentistry.
Yeah.
So she came over first, and then she had a scholarship kind of thing but she was from Sierra Leone. Yeah. Came over here. Yeah. Had a scholarship, but she wanted, because she already had kids already. So she had my uncle and my mum already, and so she wanted to try and get them over here while she's studying in that. Yeah. But I just don't know how the immigration was back then. Yeah. She had to go back and then send her 2 kids, my uncle and my mum, over, but on their own. Yeah. My uncle was 14 at the time. Yeah. My mum was 17 at the time. Yeah. Then they could get education as well, so it was all part of the package. But when my nan went back, she wasn't allowed back in, but she could send the kids. Right. And she had to wait like a year or something until she could come over. Or 2 years it was, I think, and there was some complication. So, so my mum was out here in England. She had to live with one of my aunties on her own, and my uncle was too young to be adopted like that, so he had to go into a home. Yeah. So he was on his own from young. Do you know what I mean? But was allowed to come and visit, but I always had to go back there. Yeah. And then my mum met my dad while about 18 or 19 like that. Yeah. No, 18 years old. Yeah. And then she fell pregnant. Yeah. And then that was me, innit? But then my uncle, they were together, but you know how young people are back then. 18, 9, I'm too young to have kids like in this country, innit? And he was studying law. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So he's been sent over here by his dad.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, and he's got he's had a girlfriend, got her pregnant, and he's already had another kid overnight already. So he's already in trouble, kind of thing, like. Yeah. So when all that happened, and anyways, like my mum had me turn 19, then I came. Yeah. My uncle said, "Listen, I'm here in it as like I'll be there to support you." So that's why my uncle's really like my dad. He was kicking ball over here, so it's a little bit like you. Yeah, it's a little bit like your story where, but he had no one to tell him any different, like to say, you can't kick ball. Or my aunt, their auntie at the time that they were that my mum was living with, didn't have control over him, and plus he was influenced by the people that he was living with in the hostel. Yeah. So he was alright. He was kicking ball, but he was a baller, like proper baller, bro. And like he was the best in the ends and all that, but he was an African kid at that stage. He got trials for Chelsea, Tottenham, QPR, Arsenal, all of them. They wanted him, but he couldn't take the racism back then as well, because he's like 53 now. You know what I mean? Back then, when he was 15, 16, like there's no way that he was gonna like.
And what area did they go
around? So they lived around Croydon at the start. Then
and back then here was totally different to what
and then they had to move to West London, like Chiswick area and that, and then that's where they kind of settled in the end. But so he was playing kicking ball, a bit like you, where he wanted to kick ball, but he had no one stopping him. Do you know what I mean? So you had someone stopping you. He didn't, so he can do his own thing. So he got to a point in his life where he wasn't disciplined enough anyway, and he couldn't take the racism. He was like, he's from Africa, and imagine coming from Africa and you got to deal with racism. That's long. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't need to kick ball that much. I don't rate the man them that kick ball anyway. I'm better than them anyway. So why am I gonna take this from these people and they're not even as good as me? You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Politics happen, and he said, he's knocked it on the head, but he was doing it unprofessionally. Do you know what I mean? Like, he was doing Sunday League and all that. But he had the name in the hood. Like, he was the main man. Like, everyone knew Duncan, bro. Everyone knew around West London who Duncan was. Duncan King. So he was the man. So obviously, when I've come along, I've got older. And I've seen him kicking ball. I was like, I wasn't really into ball like that. I was just a kid, innit? Like 4, 5, 6. I wasn't really kicking ball then. Like I was just being a youth. And then started kicking ball when you were in school, innit, with your mates in the playground. And then my uncle used to take me to football because when my mum used to go out to work, your uncle had to take me. So he was going to play Sunday League. I'm going there watching him. I just remember how everyone looked at my uncle, innit, because he was the baddest baller in the ends. He was like a local celebrity. Do you know what I mean? So I was looking at him, I was thinking, rah. Like when you go, see, like after the game, when he's had a good game and that, goes into the bar, you know, to go for a little bevy, a little drink. You know what I mean? He's in there. Everyone says, everyone's buying him a drink. Like he's like a superstar, innit? Like, yes, Dunks, man. So I'm there like a you watching, I'm thinking, right, this guy is a celebrity, bruv. Like that was like local hero status, you know what I mean? So I said, I want a bit of that when I'm older. Do you know what I mean? And that's when I started taking interest in football. So that's how it started, and then one thing led to another. I started playing with his team, but I was playing, this is the time I was about 9, 10. I was playing with his team, but I was playing men's football about that age. But remember, I was long, bro. I was long and skinny. Do you know what I mean? But I looked like, so I could fit in kind of, but I was just well underage, you know what I mean? And then man used to hit me hard in the games, blood. So when I look at the youths now, I think you lot ain't kick ball properly. You lot are soft. Like, you know what I mean? That man was kicking my leg. I was getting injuries. My uncle had to come back, go home. So there was one time, like I was, I think it was about 9, 10, about 10, 11 actually. And I got tackled in one of his games, like not a match, but it was like a practice match. Got tackled, and bruv, I swear down, I started crying, and I was like, I started crying. And true say my uncle's my uncle, innit? He's like,
Big man,
get up, man. Like, what you on, blood? Coming to embarrass me in front of my pals.
Yeah, African man.
You know what I mean? Get up, man. Get up. And then,
you can't be crying.
And I was like, he goes, if you cry again, I'm bringing you out here again. Like, I'm bringing you. And I love football back at this point, innit? So I was like, no. No, I'm not crying. I'm crying. It just hurt a bit, innit? My eyes watering. Like, so anyway, we got to that. I stopped crying and everything, and then I started kicking ball, and that's how I started being hard. You know what I mean? And that's what kind of molded me into the person I am today. Like, whenever I even got a knock on the football pitch, like when I was playing Premier League, like I'll only go down if I was hurt. Do you know what I mean? And that was the honesty in me. Like I wasn't feigning injury. If I was hurt, I was hurt. You'd know. Oh, Coley's down. He must be hurt. Do you know what I mean? So that's where that all started, and it grew.
So about school days, what school did you go?
Oh, so I started off at primary school, Cavendish School, in right opposite Chiswick's Community School. Yeah. And from there, from there I went to a school in Lambton. It's called Lambton in Hounslow. Yeah. But I spent like a year there, and I was about to get expelled because there was another youth called Carlton in the school. There was two of us in the same year, but it was in different classes. Yeah. Another black youth, he was from Hammersmith at the time, and but he was a bad youth though, like very bad youth. And then we had another youth called Leon, and he was Leon Compass, bad youths, blood. Yeah. But we used to knock about. Yeah. But I wasn't bad. I was brought up like I was just a good youth, innit? Like them man used to come around my house, my mum would cook and everything. So, but when I went to Lambton, I was hanging around with Carlton all the time. Yeah. And because we've got the same name, he'll go and do a madness, but I'll get the blame. And I'm the tall one. I'm the tall one. I stand out. Yeah. And do you know what's his name? Hugh Grant. You know Hugh Grant, the actor? Yeah. His mum was my head of year. And she hated me, blood. Like she just, because I was popular already, because I was good at basketball, I was good at all the sports. So I was tall and I stuck out like a sore thumb. And this Carlton guy was doing a madness, so every time it was Carlton, it's Carlton. But then I'll be acting like a kid sometimes. I'll do a bit of madness, but not a madness like to bully anyone a lot. And then I used to just get the stick, innit? Like, and then they suspended me. But these times I was really playing football. I was kicking ball for the school by them times, and I was already getting a name around the ends. You know what I mean? Like Carlton kickball. I was already playing a little Sunday league side. I was scoring banging goals for my Sunday league side, Walpole Wanderers from that's an Ealing Borough team. And then like I got suspended, and then Chiswick School, my brethren Mikel, his mum, that used to go, because he used to kick ball with me on the Sunday league team. He told his head of year, Mr. Barber, and he used to go to Chiswick School, say, listen, Carlton's available. It's like a transfer, blood. So listen, Carlton might be getting available. Remember that boy that taught us a lesson in that match, like Lambton v Chiswick? That boy, he's gonna be available.
When you put a feet in.
And these times I just had trials for Chelsea. Yeah. And I just got in. Yeah. So it was a no-brainer. We said, nah, we got to get Carlton Cole into this school. Yeah. So that's how I got into the thing. It worked through my education and my savviness in my books. So academically wise, academic. It was just more to do with my football. Yeah. I was the baddest in the ends at the time, innit? So they wanted my services, you know. So that's how I got into that school, and it's a good school, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I got into the school there, and the rest is history, man. I just grew, and they just helped me out with like obviously we had Mr. Barber, and then we used to have an education person come from Chelsea, and then they used to come and see how we're doing in school. Yeah, bro, I swear I was always late. I was doing everything wrong, but I was there. I was a nice kid. Like, I mean, they loved me, but I was taking the piss, really. I know I was. Yeah. But I used to get away with it because I just had tunnel vision, because I was gonna just play football, you know. And they knew that I had a big chance, and because the way Chelsea spoke about me, obviously, they allowed me to do not madness. I was just focused on football more, and then I used to take day leave to go and train with the youth team. Okay. And then from the youth team, sometimes I train with the first team, and these times I'm like 14. Do you know what I mean? Training with first team. Do you know what I mean? At Chelsea. So they knew I had a big future.
And in the 90s there, you must be gassed.
Yeah.
You must have been
I didn't even know. I wasn't even gassed, bro. Like, nah, it was just like, I didn't realise what was going on.
Yeah.
It was just like, I just like to kick ball, innit? And then I was just going higher and higher. I didn't realise that, right, this is a big thing.
Yeah.
And that was where I kind of want to take it back and strip it back to what it really is as well. It was a big achievement, bro. Yeah. It was a massive achievement, but you only know when you're older. Do you know what I mean? What you done, yeah. Nah. To be fair, when you play your first Prem game, it's the same as I said. Like, I just knew it was always gonna come.
Yeah.
I didn't realise what a great achievement it was at the time. I probably felt a little bit more ungrateful. Do you know what I mean? I was thinking, yeah, I'm good. I'm a good player. I deserve this kind of thing.
Yeah.
Where I should have probably been a bit more humble with it.
Yeah.
On hindsight, but that bit of arrogance probably made me the person I was back then, and that's probably why I made it. I wasn't arrogant. I just took everything soft. You know what I mean? It weren't really nerve-wracking like it should have been. Yeah. And I was a good listener as well, so I already covered all the bases. Like, so he goes, "Oh, Coley, you're gonna start this game, or you're gonna come on this game." I've already listened to the plan of the game, and I've studied the game a little bit, so I was confident going into it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And that's what you got to do. When you're confident in anything, if you're confident in something, that means you've learnt it properly, innit? And you know
where you're going.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's how I'm feeling. So it didn't seem like nothing. When I'm doing TV or media, I put in the groundwork before. So if I'm going on TV the next day, I make sure I know what I'm talking about. So I'll study before I go on. So it's all about match preparation. Do you know what I mean? And a lot of people just go in to do things. One thing I had to learn is to prepare myself before I go onto something. Can't just be winging life, bro. Do you know what I mean? Can't be winging life.
You know, a lot of men who wing through life. How about now, fast forward to life after playing football?
Life after football has been brilliant, man.
West Ham and the younger generation, how's that going?
Yeah, because I'm mentoring. I started mentoring first. Yeah. And after I started mentoring, I started seeing, like, when West Ham called me in to start mentoring, I was like, rah, I could do this. I like this. Like, I like giving back to the kids. Yeah. Giving them my experience, trying to help the next generation get to the next level as cleanly and fast as possible. And then I started seeing some mistakes on the pitch where I used to think, I could help him with that. I could help him with that. Hopefully I can be an influence on his career at some stage where he might need someone that with the know-how, with the knowledge of what I've been through. Because I've been up and down. Football's not an easy thing. It's psychologically it's hard. You got to be on top form every day. You got bare sacrifices to make. The only thing I saw was my uncle fell at it. Yeah. So that's what I went with, because we didn't have no other examples. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Prior, so that's what I had to go with. Whereas I've failed when I've gone further than my uncle. I've failed as well in certain aspects. Although people might see that I made it. Yeah, you made it. Nah, it's not been easy like that. I've had to take some knocks. I've had to review myself. I've had to have go through some bad days. Do you know what I mean? But it's about how you bounce back. See, like when you fail at something, it's about how you bounce back from it. Because otherwise, if you don't bounce back in the correct way, you're always going to make the same mistakes over and over again. So you've got to learn from your mistakes, bounce back, improve on what you just done, and just keep on growing, man.
I don't even see failure as a fail. I always see, every time I fail in something, I see it as a lesson. So, like, you know, some people take knocks and they take it as I can't. Prime example, the lockdown kicked in. Yeah. And before the lockdown kicked in, I'd stopped working from November till about March. So my mum passed November before lockdown. Sorry, bro. And I stopped. No, it's life, innit? Yeah. But I'd stopped working from November till about March. Then I remember, like, I started working and a week later it was lockdown. Then I didn't work for like another 3 months until June. But loads of people I know were complaining like, rah, blah, 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 this, that, and I was thinking to myself, rah, if I wasn't going so hard before and stacked up a bit, I would have been ruined. Then when this new lockdown came, right before it happened, I remember my boys were like, let's all go Dubai, blah, blah, blah. I was like, nah. They was like, why not? They're like, what are you doing? I was like, I need to sort out something. So that's when I I rang my neighbour. I built this with my neighbour.
Wicked.
I bought that.
Yeah.
Got the benches, got the rack. I was like, rah, I'm gonna be training through, and I'm gonna be working. Yeah. So the moment the gym's closed, I was like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Yeah, it's not gonna affect me. So literally, gym's closed. I can't do no events for the past year because you've been like,
I think I went to one of your last events.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Before lockdown.
Before lockdown, and my birthday. Yeah. So all of them things now, it's like, rah, that's my other major income stream and gone. So people are like, rah, how you gonna deal with everything now that blah blah blah? I'm like, don't worry, I'm alright, you know. Yeah. So lockdown's kicked in and we're building this. I was doing, I'll say from January to March, average of 50 to 60 hours a week. I was in the zone. See, because I was like, right, if I'm not making money from that way, I'm still going to. You get me? So nothing's a loss, nothing's a fail, nothing is a.
It's a balance.
So
in the ship.
It's a balance in the ship. So when things get back to normal now,
you're ready, and that will be more propelled forward. And listen, I get it, bro. Like, and the thing about it, it's good to know that you got that capacity inside yourself, because there's a lot of people that don't look at life like that.
No, a lot of men don't look at life like that. But things I've learned here, and that's another reason why I kind of started this thing as well, because for years, like, I would have like my other friends like Simeon and that, and be like, oh yeah, you should do YouTube with the fitness and everything, etc. And I'll be like, yeah, I'm gonna do it one day, but I want to do it my own style. I don't want to just constantly be churning out training alone content. I was like, I want to churn out training, but I want to show the younger youths other routes out, because I'm like, the network I've been lucky enough. The network I've been lucky enough to go up around and be around like people like you, like people like Jimmy Manuel Fighter, Luar Deng, that from sporting wise, actors, you know what I mean, that we're all in the same age group, and we've all met at random different times in life. Like, and this guy said to me, he said, "Raw, back then, I think you said something about." Like all of us, I think you were Hammers then.
And I'll show them, man.
He said, right, all the boys at West Ham see your page all the time. I'm always laughing. And I remember you saying something about Harry saying, you lot can't use your page on this and your main page on this and that. And I started laughing. I was like, right, but none of you man follow me. How's every man see? There are a couple of times I've been in West and I've seen other men from Hammers back then, and they've nodded, and I was thinking, how the fuck do you know? And then I remember it was you.
I've been promoting you for years, man.
So it's funny, like, so.
Because like, see me, one thing I am there. I swear that I'm not no hater, blood. Like if I see something and I like it, I'm hailing that person up. It's like. This is not my brethren. I've known him because he introduced me to somebody like in the government. And I'm doing something for Sierra Leone government now, but he introduced me, and like as soon as he done that, and I knew that he's a fashion man, I would support it. And not just that, like I want to see another black person do well. I want to see them win, bro. Like everybody has. Like there's so much money in the world, bro. Like we can all share it, bro. Like, and why won't I promote your thing when I can do it and I got the capacity to do it? Exactly. Like it's not it's just love, innit? Like showing love. And AJ said something the other day. I see like a little quote. It said he said something like he wants to floss. He doesn't want to floss on the man. He doesn't want to floss on the man. It's not about flossing on. Them days are over, bro. Look how well I'm doing. We all know you've done well in your life. Like it's not about that now. What else are you bringing? Are you helping? Who are you helping in the community? Are you a good influence to the youngers? Like what you're doing now. Like, are you inspiring the next generation? Do you know what I mean? And that's why I'm at West Ham doing under 16s and coaching them, because I'm trying to help them get to because I've had my time, bro. Do you know what I mean? I've done my thing, blood. I'm happy with it, and I'm still growing.
Do you not think that more people in your position, obviously, like you man have come up, like obviously being around each other and being successful? Do you think like more people that have had their time should be able to give back, like footballers and
like I just don't understand. If you've had a great run, you've had a great run, and you appreciate your run, why not give back, bro? I just don't get it. Like, why? And then you're still in the because if you're not grown from them days, like, listen, back in the day, look, I used to go and buy the biggest whip. Remember, I used to drive a big, bro. I've even been bankrupt. I've done everything, bro. I've done everything. I've lived my life wild. But I've kept sane. And all of the pressures and all the stuff, the turmoil I've been through, and all the bad friends I've had around, all the people that have just taken advantage of me, I don't see that as a loss. I see it as I've learned, like you're saying. So now I've learned and I'm wiser. Now I've got to share this wisdom. What's the point of having the wisdom? Like, you can't just store it in your head. Where you going with it, brother? And look, I'll give it to my sons. I'll give it to I'll give it to everybody that needs it. Do you know what I mean? I'll make sure that everybody gets a piece of me and a piece of my knowledge, because you can't. It'll go derelict. You can't let that knowledge leave. You can't leave the world without sharing it. Like, I might die tomorrow, but I got to. When I'm on my deathbed, I want to be like, you know what? I tried, innit?
What was your impact?
What is your impact? How many people did you help? My nan, God rest her soul, she died in September. But the amount of people she brought over to England, from Sierra Leone. She could have brought about 20 people and that was through immigration, because she had a little connection. She brought them over, and then they'll sort themselves out over it, and that's help. So I've seen that from an early age, that with how powerful my nan was and how giving she was. So that's in my blood. Like, I can't help. No matter how successful I am, I'll always say yes to someone that needs me. Do you know what I mean? Because I really think if you don't do that, you're not staying true to yourself. But you got bare man that are greedy, man, they just don't want to share, or they ain't got the time because they're just all self-invested.
Like, even, I'll give you an example, like, even with something like this here, there's loads of men that we know, like in music, film, fashion and all that, but the thing is, I wouldn't even message them. Because even though man's known them from kids and we still hang around each other and all of that, it's just, you could tell who moves a certain way and who moves a different way. So the man who move a certain way, I just will never reach out to them in that way, because I know that they're the kind of people that if you holler at them now, you're like, it's long. But the moment your thing bust it,
they want to be involved. But look, at the end of the day, bro, we know them sort of people. They're the sometime-ish people. They go with the trend. Do you know what I mean? But they're not there at the start. Do you know what I mean? And they move like gold diggers, bruv. It's gold digging. It's actually gold digging in another form.
Whoever's hot at that moment is who they'll be around.
I can't stand that. I can't stand. I always get. You see, like Mo the comedian. I've always supported him, bro. Like, and I love seeing his success now, because I see him the other day. He's driving a big whip now. I said to him, where was I? Selfridges. I see him in Selfridges, and I was like, Mo, is this how we're moving now? I'm like, he goes, I'm just trying to be like you guys. You know, he says that. His favorite line. But he's not changed. He's still the same person. Right, he's upgraded, but he's not changed. So you have to, I've supported him from day, like, and before he was popular or bust, like before he was doing them funny videos, like I've always like it's always love, bro.
Comedy club days, the Sunday show days.
So I love seeing these. I like seeing my boys win, man. You know what I mean? Although man's not close like that, but from a distance, I'm always watching and supporting. You know what I mean? I'll retweet the thing. I'll do it. Do you know what I mean?
I had Baba Tunde came and trained there with me, and I was saying to Baba, I said, "Rah, it's sick how Mo's got in his position. Mo could have brought anyone else on the show when Channel 4 was asking one time for him and Baba to what's the name of that show that they do on Channel 4?
The one with
is it Gogglebox?
Oh, Gogglebox. Yeah.
So he could have chosen any random person. Or they want to bring someone else. He was like, nah, Baba. So he's boss Baba. Then anytime he has adverts on TV, notice all the people, like there was one advert, like there was multiple people in advert, and those are all these boys.
See, that's real.
So it's not like any random people. It's like raw. If I'm making money, I'm bringing you in.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And that's one thing. A lot of the boys, I think the younger generation are getting it now.
Yeah.
They are. So you've got to give them their props.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of knife crime and all that sort of stuff, but with help, that's going to change. But when one of the boys are bussing now, I think what's going on more now, what you'll see is that they're bringing everyone along. Yeah. But it's not just about bringing everyone along now, bro.
Bringing the right.
No. It's not even that. What I would have done different, when I first busked, I didn't know about money, I didn't know about nothing. What I would have probably changed, is I love having fun with my brethren and that. So, but at the same time, they weren't making as much as me. Yeah. So what I should have done, on hindsight, is put them on. So what do you want to do with your life? Yeah. Invest in it. Yeah. What do you want to do with your life? Invest in it. Yeah. Manage it properly. Yeah. Have someone to manage everything properly. Yeah. That would have been more, because then all of I'd have been making money. Yeah. They're making money. Everyone's put on.
Perfect example, LeBron James.
Yeah. Exactly that.
LeBron James.
Exactly that. And he's done it the correct way, because all of his boys are balling. Do you know what I mean? Without being a baller or a sports person. Do you know what I mean? So they're balling because they've done it the right way. So that's what I've done different. You know what I mean? But we didn't have that mentality in England. What we wanted was like, bruv, I'm making it. So everyone, you'd say in your head, I'm taking you out, I'm treating you. Like, or I'll buy you a car. Like, bruv, that's depreciating commodity, bruv. That's not something that you're supposed to be buying, like, for your brethren. You're supposed to put them on properly and say, listen, what do you want to do with your life? Do you know what I mean? Where are you going with your life? What do you want to do? Let me take you off the roads. Do you know what I mean? Or be my agent. If you're business savvy, be my agent. My business partner now, if I had him as my agent when I should have, instead of going with these outsiders that don't get me, we'd have made, and he's business savvy, bruv. Like, we'd have made, I co-founded the agency with him. Like, I've got my own, well, I wouldn't say it's my own, but I'm a mentor for it, because I can't be a mentor and an agent. So I had to mentor for the agency I co-founded for. But if I'd have had this idea when I was playing, bro, like, it would have been a mad thing. But
so would you say like lack of business knowledge affects like players in the long term? Like, obviously when they first like come out.
Well, listen, when you come out of school, and you're straight from school, you're successful. You made first team. I haven't had no business. I'm not a business angel. I don't know what to do with money. My mum don't know what to do with money. I told you where my mum's from. My uncle's from. I've told you where they're from.
I remember, like, even in college times, you might know him as well, Albert Jarrett.
I remember. So back in the day,
Albert was he was in my class in college.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
So he used to get let out of college 2 days a week to go kick ball at Charlton. So it's like, right, all the men will be like, right, we're having to do 5 days. Albert he's getting paid, he's living the life, blah blah blah. Weekend, we get a rave with him and that, and it's a thing that I remember. Like, I think back in the day when he first got into the Prem, then he had a mad car crash, and I was like, like, bro, you don't understand that this is your livelihood. Like, you can't be careful. You can't be living our lifestyle. You get me? We're not you.
But that's again, I had some good friends around me still, because there was some of my brothers on the roads, doing their thing, and I didn't know until not after my career, during my career, but at the end of it, how bad they was. Mate, I was so surprised when I found. I was like, I didn't know you was inclined like. I didn't know you could use like that. He goes, Coley, trust me, we were sweeping up behind you. Why do you never get robbed? And then I put two to us. Like, do you know what? So I had good friends, and they kept that lifestyle away from me. Do you know what I mean? But then what I didn't do, and where I made a mistake, is that I started putting trust in the wrong people that I thought was educated in what they were supposed to be educated in to help me go further. Whereas I should have just looked closer to home. I had all the structure around me. I just didn't believe in my own people. You see what I'm saying? Because you think when you're in that environment and you're looking at your other peers, they've got like looks like a professional structure around them, thinking I've got to be like that. Like, especially I'm playing for England now, I've got to be a certain way. I can't have certain people around me. And I kind of moved away from my reality, which sometimes you're supposed to do, but that just depends if you're if you've got gutter friends and they don't check for you, then that's fine, innit? But my friends are always alright. Yeah. Like they was doing their thing on the side. Yeah. Not all of them, but some of them are business savvy. They can do their hustle. But I should have just gone to some of my boys.